Hi, Dave Smith with Officer.com. And I want you to think for a minute about the last time you searched a vehicle. How did you prepare the scene? How did you make it safe for that search? Why were you searching the vehicle? There's a lot of reasons we search vehicles, but there's some basic steps we always want to make sure we follow. First off, if we got occupants, let's get backup there because we're going to be very vulnerable as you're leaning in, reaching around, searching the vehicle. Ideally, we get the vehicle away from other traffic. Get it off an active roadway if at all possible, or as far from the roadway as possible, and make sure we positioned our police vehicles in a safe as possible position to give us those lanes to work in. Now, next, let's get all the occupants out of the vehicle. Watching somebody lean over a subject in a vehicle always gives me a pucker factor when I'm reviewing videos. And a lot of times it has a bad ending. So let's get everybody out, let's get them controlled. And again, pat them down. If you have reasonable suspicion, you can pat them down. And remember, this is something we have not lost in our society, is that the right to frisk people to protect ourselves. So we frisk them and get them in a safe position where they can be observed. And again, let's get a cover officer. You're going to be the contact officer in the vehicle, for instance. Let's have a cover officer for the subjects from that vehicle. And now we're going to search that vehicle safely. We're going to have a system. A lot of officers don't have a system. They kind of randomly search. It's just like they search subjects, and that's how come you ask any booking officer in any county in this country, and they can tell you nightmare stories of how subjects show up at jail with all kinds of weapons on them. This haphazard search techniques gets us hurt in jails. It gets us hurt in vehicle searches, or a lot of times bad guys get away. Do a consistent search. You say, well, I don't have a canine. It doesn't matter. You can still smell. You have the capability, but look, check compartments. Be aware of these things. You're not just, if this is a consent search, you're searching the vehicle. Is it a frisk of the vehicle? You're attending to the vehicle. You have a right to protect yourself. Never forget that. Now, this again is very important that you know your agency policies, know your laws, know your rights as an officer to search and not to search. Because one of the things is that you get us a good case, we're going to have good case law. But if you get us a bad case, we're going to lose our rights. The old saying, you know, good case is good case law, bad case is bad case law. Well, protect all officers' rights by following the rules and the laws effectively. But go out there and catch the bad guys, but catch them safely. We always search a vehicle to our advantage, just like when we search a subject. We don't stand, hopefully you don't stand idly in front of a subject. You have a good technique, a good first cuffed, and then searched effectively. Have a pattern of search for a vehicle, for a person, for if you're searching the woods. We're going to have grid patterns. There's all kinds of techniques. Have a plan. That's critically important. And absolutely, absolutely think officer safety first. I'm Dave Smith, and we'll see you again.